Hello and welcome to Federation Commander Tutorial Number 1, Introduction. This is hopefully the first in a series of videos about this amazing game. So what is Federation Commander? It's a tactical 2D space combat game loosely based on Star Trek the original series universe. So what do I mean by tactical? In this game you control one ship. One ship. Sometimes two or three, depending on the scenario. This is equivalent to, in a historical combat game, controlling a single soldier. Controlling his ammunition, managing his wounds, dealing with the effects of being wounded and the combat situation. In this game you manage your energy, your speed, your acceleration and deceleration, your orientation. You time the firing of the weapons you have based on the types of weapons you have available, the energy you have available, the range to the target, and the orientation of the target. The components of the game comes with a 74-page rulebook. This is Klingon bordered, by the way. This is one of the basic sets you can buy, and this is the one I would recommend you get if you're getting into this game. This is a 74-page rulebook. It's very dense. It looks like it's almost all text. That might scare a lot of gamers away, people who are used to playing games with 10 to 20 pages of rules, but you will find that as you read these rules, that they are very easy to internalize, they all make sense, and you'll remember the basic concepts even after having read basically through the whole rulebook. And you don't even need to do that to get started. Probably less than half, actually. So that's the rulebook. The game comes with 6 map boards. These are 8.5 by 11. They're double-sided. It's very thick cardboard. This side has 3/4 inch hexes, and the back side has 1 1/4 inch hexes. You can use either side. Of course, if you use the larger hex sides, you'll have to have more boards to make the same size map. The game also comes with 4 6-sided dice. It comes with a couple of dry erase markers. It comes with 2 sets of identical 2-sided charts that have pretty much all the tables for the weapon types and the firing arcs, the sequence of play, the damage chart, more weapons on the back. And it comes with counters, which are like these. It comes with a 1.5 sheets of counters like this that you punch out from a counter sheet. And it comes with ship cards, which are like this. This happens to be the ship card for this counter. Now, if you're coming onto this game having played something like Starfleet Battles, you might be thinking that this game is similar to the way that Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit is to Advanced Squad Leader. And that's not really the case. Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit is a subset of the full game rules to help you get up to speed with the game and work your way into the full game from a much simpler version of that game. Federation Commander is really a reimagining of Starfleet Battles in a way that makes it more quickly playable. You can get up to speed much quicker. You can focus more on the actual action of the game instead of more of the accounting side of things. And to give you an example of that, here is a photocopy, but this is exactly what it looks like in the actual game. This is a photocopy of a ship card or a ship sheet from Starfleet Battles. It's all black and white. It's the same information. This is not exactly the same ship, I don't think. Maybe it is. And then all the charts for that specific ship are also on that page. Okay, and on the back of one of these sheets would be the dreaded energy allocation form, which is this kind of spreadsheet thing. And every turn, this is Starfleet Battles again, every turn you'd have to fill out basically everything you're doing for the whole turn ahead of time. You have to preset all the weapons you're going to fire and exactly how fast you're going to go, etc., etc. So this game was simplified in Federation Commander to make it not only easier to do all the stuff, but to give you more opportunity to make decisions on the fly rather than having to decide up front exactly what you're going to do. Another example of the difference is this. This is the Starfleet Battles chart that tells you exactly when ships can move based on how fast they're going. Okay, so you see here that a turn is broken up into 32 impulses. This is no different actually in Federation Commander, but it's simplified to the point where you don't even need this chart anymore. And we'll get into that in a future video. But, for example, if you are going speed, let's say you're going speed 13, okay? You know when you're going speed 13 that you'll make your first space of movement on impulse 3, and your second space of movement on impulse 5, and your third space of movement on impulse 8, etc. To me, this was always really painful because I didn't really want to get down to those fractional movements. And in fact, Federation Commander is so much simpler, you don't even need that chart at all, which is really nice. So let's talk just quickly about these ship cards, and then we will we'll go on to the second video where I talk about the sequence of play. So this is a ship card for the heavy cruiser. This ship is not too different from the classic ship that people know from Star Trek, the Enterprise. This is a little smaller than a ship like the Enterprise. That is actually called a new command cruiser, which is why it has an NCC insignia. This is a little bit smaller than that. Okay, so what's on the ship card? You can see around the ship are these 6 sets of boxes for the shields of the ship. This corresponds to, if you look here, when the ship is in space, it's always facing one of the 6 sides of the hex that it's in. So the direction right in front of the ship is considered direction 1, or shield facing 1 for that ship, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those directions correspond to these 6 boxes. And then everything else inside the silhouette of the ship is a system on the ship. So the pink boxes are various kinds of weapons. In this case, these are photon torpedoes, these are phasers. The kind of teal, bluish boxes are energy-producing systems, warp engines, reactors, impulse engines. The yellow boxes are miscellaneous systems like transporters and tractor beams. And the orange boxes are command boxes like the bridge. So if you're interested in this game want some more information, come back to the next video where I'll talk about the sequence of play and movement. Thanks.